sure to stay tuned because later myself and JP will be riding that baby. Alright gang, welcome back to another adventure. Again, I'm joined with JP Videos, the Goof Squad. Hey you guys! Last week, if you are, well, you've already seen our videos of the 425 out of Jim Thorpe. We've returned this week to check out
railroad history.
Railroad history, right? Because we noticed last week that there's a CNJ Central New Jersey turntable, former turntable, abandoned turntable here. So we decided we're going to check this out, and then later today we're actually going to be riding the excursion this time. So we'll get you some views from the actual train itself. So as Jay would say, come along with us to check out this turntable. As I would say, walk this way.
Walk this way.
So, first off, the sign is right here, and then there's actually some wall, concrete wall up along our left, and then there's a stone path that goes up to a stone wall that you can see from down here at the road. So where the actual turntable was, we're not sure of, but I'm assuming it was either this or the stone. So I guess we'll find out as we get up there. I'm going to say it's right here. And there actually is a home. If you look up, there's a home up on top of the hill there. Kind of neat. Ski type, like ski alp type, yeah, like building. Chalet, there you go. My skiing expert here. So it looks like this is probably it, because I see a step up right here that might either be rail or concrete. So we'll continue on the path here, see where it leads us. Yeah, this has definitely got to be it. Looks like you can just walk up and around. Yeah, because right here where we're at now, this is where the stone wall is. This is the top of the stone wall. Now this is in the Lehigh Gorge in the park for the Turnhole Tunnel. This is on the road as you're driving in. Oh yeah, there it is. That's definitely it. As you're driving in, you actually pass it. And there are signs from the parking lot pointing you to this direction, to the sign that's at the bottom here. So it's pretty easy to find. But if you're not paying attention to the signs, you pretty much just drive right past it. So, well, here we go. Right here you got, there's like a notch right here. And you can see down below, there's the concrete down there where the bottom of the turntable sat, or rode along the rail to spin around. And then you got the concrete wall all along here. And then you got these anchor points in the concrete. So yeah, unfortunately with all the growth inside of it, it makes it hard to see, but oh, look at this, here's a pipe sticking out. Still got an end on it, caps on the end. So let's see if that goes into here, if we can see it in here or not. I don't see it, but I'll see if I can find a spot that maybe I can get down in there, give you a look from inside there, even though it's pretty well overgrown. Maybe we can get some cool shots of the wall looking up. It's a little thinner over here with the brush. Right here, there's a pile of like dirt here, so this could be a way in. Step down into that. There we go. We got some stones here that are laying up here that you can go down in. That's fairly decent size from when I'm walking around here. Here's a spot where you can probably just walk right into. Mind you, I am not wearing flip-flops today. I am wearing sneakers today. So yeah, it's pretty well overgrown, but might be able to. Yeah, here we go. Get down in a little bit anyway. Just gotta watch for ticks and stuff. Okay. So just going right here, turning around, you can see the wall, and then there's some rocks there, and then it drops down further over here, as well as over here behind me. So there is a little pathway kind of that we can get down in there. But like I said, it's just really overgrown. I mean, whether there's any remnants of anything, it's not looking like it so far, but there could be. So maybe we'll venture on and see if there's anything down here. There's a lot of wood dumped down here. I guess somebody was using this as a dump at one point. Oh, here we go. Here's the center. The concrete pad of where the center was, the pivot point. That's pretty cool. Let's see if we can find a easier way to it. Here we go. Alright, so I'm standing on it now. This would be the center point. You can see over there is a wall, and it wraps around all the way around. A couple of like big boulders in here. I can actually hear myself echoing as I talk. I don't know if that's picking up in the camera or not, but from the walls, from me talking, I can hear myself echoing very faintly. So back over on this side is where we walked in up on the path, which I lost JP. I don't know where he went. Maybe we can catch him over here. Yeah, getting over here, you can see there's more anchor bolts in the concrete here. So this is where the turntable would actually roll around at. So we'll get up on here. See if we can find him. So right here is the path where we came in at. Because right here is that notch that I was showing you up top. So I'm about 6 foot tall, just standing up on this part. This wall here is about my height. It's a little shorter than me, so it's probably like 5'10", somewhere around there. So that gives you a size comparison from where I'm standing at now, where the rail was to turn the turntable. But even, you know, down here is going to be a little deeper. Probably about another 2 feet or so. So it's probably in the center, maybe about 12 foot deep or so. Roughly, just guessing. So you can see how nature's reclaimed it, taking it over. Pretty wild. Just to sit here and imagine the years of service that it did. The trains that turned around on here, the locomotives, the cars, cabooses, the people that worked here. It's pretty surreal. So make our way back over to the other side. Oh, here's another piece of concrete right here. Totally missed that. So then there's probably another one on the other side, because this is right where that notch is. So it'd be right in line with that notch right there. So that was probably where the main line came in onto the turntable. So let's see what we got over here. Got some gravel down here yet too. Yeah, so there's the other one over there. So then there's probably a notch on that side as well. I can get over there and take a look. Oh, this one's not concrete though. This one's, oh, there's concrete underneath. Okay, so it's concrete with ties on top of it. So that was probably just dumped there. And there's no notch on this side. So, no, that must have been the main line in and out. Now, whether there was, I'll have to look and see if I can find any history on it to see if there was a shelter here or not, garage here or not, or building, roundhouse, sorry, I can't think. See if there's a roundhouse here or not, and see if I can find some pictures and stuff to add in. So we found our way back to the dirt mound. Crawl back up here. Came in over here. Oh, I caught a friend. Oh, I so love those things. Alright, back up top. Check myself for ticks quick. Nope, nothing. Looks good. So over here, a little path that goes down this way. You can see that this was cut out, the rocks here, to put this in. Here's a big metal plate with bolts still in it. There's two of them. So yeah, this is where the other side where that notch would be. This is right over there is where that piece of concrete is. And then the center is over there. Get over here a little further, see if there's anything over here. Doesn't look like it. There's this big rock here. It looks like it may have fallen from there. All of these look like they fell from up there, because they're just resting on top of the wall here and behind it. But there you can see how the wall goes around. It's actually a pretty cool shot right there. So these saplings that are in here are probably a good 20-30 feet tall from the ground down up. Alright, so let's see if we can go find Jay and see what he found. I don't know what happened to him. He was behind me and then he disappeared. There's a path coming in over here too. Where that goes, I don't know. This is interesting too. This rock has a nice, perfectly round drill hole in it. And that path goes that way, but we came in this way, so. There's that pipe again. So on this side, you can't really get through. It's pretty, I mean, if you drudge through it, you can, but it's pretty well overgrown on that side. So. There's some wall right here, stone wall right here. Looks like there's something up there, and I think I hear Jay now. So there's a path going up this way. This might have been, this actually looks like it could have been the water tower. Yep, he's up here. I hear him. Oh yeah, it's definitely a water tower. There he is. We found him. So he must have found some interesting stuff up here.
Not to cut you off really quick, but just so you know.
Okay. So Jay was just mentioning to me that there's a path here that goes out to some foundations over here. So we'll go check that out next. So that's where he ended up going while I was over at the turntable. So it worked out good because we both went different directions. So we were able to tell each other different things of what we already saw for us to look at. So that's pretty cool. But so this is the base of the water tower, which would have been used for filling steam locomotives. It's in really good shape, still intact pretty good. It's probably, this wall is probably 2 feet thick. So I'll give you a
some dead nature's carpet up here.
Oh nice. There's a pipe coming in right here.
How does this look structural wise?
It looks okay. What do you think, guys? Go JP, go JP, go JP. It was built to last a lifetime. Here you can see there's like indents or cutouts where there probably was wooden planks that went across here at one time to support the tower that would have been above us. So the water wouldn't have actually been where we're at. It would have been above us. And then there's the pipe, probably either, there's only one.
I don't think the water would be right where you are. I think there's a tank above here. The pipe's coming out like a trough. And this was a man-way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The water would have been above us, not where we're standing. So, but he knows more about this stuff than I do, so listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. Alright, so we're wrapping up here, but we do have a little extra bonus surprise for you. We're making our way over to that right now. It's an actual structure, a building, an abandoned building that we're going to go check out that is on railroad property, so we can't go in it, and there's a fence between where we're going to be looking at it from, so to get to it is not, we can't get to it, just put it that way. So, but we're heading that way now, so stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to make our way down towards those foundations that Jay mentioned. And then he's going to wrap up here and move down to the turntable and check that out. Okay, path's over here. So he said there was a path over here, so there it is. So here's an actual piece of, looks like a well. There's an opening right here, there's a pipe sticking up right here. Did you see this well down here?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. There's some anchor bolts. So there was something mounted here. at one point. I'll give you a look up from over here. There's a look up towards that tower base. And he said there's ties over here, railroad ties over here too. This is kind of neat how there's a little stream cut through here. And you got rock over here that was like dug out. You see it was worked out to make this where I'm walking on right now. It seems pretty level. Oh yeah, there's another wall up here, okay. Here's a railroad tie. There's another one. So this was probably a line coming through here. There's another one here with actually a little, there's an opening. That's metal, that's cast metal right there. I wonder if you saw that. So whether that's a pipe or, I mean, it looks like a pipe to me. That's pretty cool. And it goes down pretty deep. I mean, you see how far that stick was down in there. It was probably a good 2 feet, so. Yeah, I guess this was all built. Rail cars would come across here. This is probably for dumping coal, maybe. Yeah, because we're actually where we're parked at. So this is that stone wall that you can see from where we were parked along the road. Well, here's the hydrant. Yeah, that's definitely a hydrant. Has not seen water in a long time. Looks like they have it opened all the way too, and it's rusted open. And then you got this hill up here. I don't know if there's anything up there worth checking out, but you can see here these supports are all made of brick, and then they have the anchors in them. And even that wall there is concrete and brick with mortar over top of it, which the mortar is kind of like broken away, so it was like a facade, probably to make it more appealing to the eye, you know, blend it to make it look like it was all concrete, but then over time it just broke away. So these may have been like that as well. These may have had that facade on them as well. So pretty cool. And again, nature has done a good job of reclaiming it. Some pretty decent sized trees here, so. And you can see the rail bed went that way. So let's see if there's any remnants over here. The main lines are actually over here where these tank cars are. So I'm sure this road at one time was probably rail line as well, maybe even a service road to get in and out towards the tunnel and whatnot, because this would go towards the direction, the tunnel's that direction, so this would definitely definitely lines up with that. And even here you can still see there's a stone wall right here, and it runs all the way down that way and all the way back this way. Definitely some history here. That's pretty cool find. Glad we decided to stop and check it out. This that's definitely what it looks to me like. Hopper cars would come in on here and unload, and probably they would access it from the road there, load it in the trucks to go out from here. Sure, it was coal at the time. Gotta watch, there's a cobweb right here. So, pretty cool. Kind of curious. Should I or shouldn't I? Probably not going to be anything up there. But there's that wall again on this side. Like I said, this is what you can actually see from the road driving. Oh, there's actually a culvert pipe right there. But this is what you see as you drive past. You'll see this wall. I'll try to get a shot of it on the way back out. But looking at the ties here, it was a single line coming into this, so it wasn't a double line. That's neat that the ties are still here, but there's only a couple that you can see. Whether the rest of them are pulled or they're just buried that far below that you can't see them. You got some gravel here. So let's trek our way back over towards Jay and see if he saw anything that I missed. That water tower base is cool. Alright, so we found Jay. He's in the middle of the turntable in that concrete in the middle. He just discovered, I forgot to tell him about it, but he just discovered the echoing. Yeah, actually, I'm just mentioning that in my video that you just discovered it. I know. I heard that too. I thought it was you standing here at first. So, not up here. No, I can't hear it. Just, it's only in that spot. All right, walk around. Go meet up with him on the other side. Because they're actually, now that we've thought about it, this path over here, kind of curious to see if there's anything worthwhile down here, because this probably, I don't know if this would have been rail down here or not. Probably just came in from the other direction, spun around and sent it, yeah. Probably came in from the other direction, spun around and sent it back out that way. There is a path here, and the wall still runs along, so it probably could have been. It looks like it was wide enough and level and flat enough, and there's gravel here, so yeah, it probably was a line coming through here. Yeah, this just continues down, so it starts to go downhill here, and it probably went down and met up back with the main line of what used to be here. So there's a piece of, is that a rock? Or, that's a rock. I thought that was a piece of like cast pipe. Well, I think I just saw a squirrel. Scared it up the tree. Yeah, as we get down here further, it starts to get tighter. But this is definitely worked open rock face here. So you got a lot that fell, and it comes right down to this clearing. So yeah, it would make sense that this came down. There probably was a spur here at one time. Like I said, I just kind of did a quick search, and I did find an older picture of the turntable with what looks like just grass in it up to about where the top of the wall is. So I'll add that in and give the proper photo credit. And then I took the same, roughly the same shot there, so you can see the difference between then and now with the trees. And here it comes. So if you can hear it. Oh, you can kind of see it right through there. Probably catch it right through here. Barely. There we go, there's the steam. So for the historical part of it, of standing here and feeling, trying to think back to those times, that just made it that much more of a better feeling for that. So along our walk, on our way to the building, we wanted to add this little gem in for you. So coming to Jim Thorpe, there's definitely a lot they have to offer for you, with the scenic mountain views and the water rushing through the gorge and going through town with all the historic places in town. So there's definitely a lot to see and a lot to do here. With the train excursion as well, it makes it so surreal and peaceful, and you kind of meet people as we're walking along the path here. People riding by on their bikes and saying hi and being friendly, so it definitely makes the experience that much more better. Alright, so we got over here to the building. Now, looking online, I did find that this is the former CNJ, Central New Jersey Railroad, engine terminal. As you can see, it's got some pretty good decay going on to it. The roof is pretty well gone. This corner here is all busted out, but for the most part, still pretty well intact and standing. When we were here last week, we actually could see a little bit in the doorway on the other end. How you doing?
Sorry.
That's okay, no problem. So the doorway on the other end, you can kind of see in there, it almost looks like the floor's collapsed in there. But again, like I did say, it is on railroad property, and this fence is here between us and it, so we can't go over there. From what I've seen in another channel's video, the railroad doesn't mess around when it comes to trespassing, so if they see that we're anybody, not just us, but anybody's doing anything where they're trespassing on the railroad property, they will find you, and they will fine you, and you will get in trouble for it. So just keep that in mind when you're doing things. Just be safe, be smart, don't do anything that's going to get you in trouble. So here's a look at the other end where the doorway is. You can kind of see a little bit in there. It looks like the floor's collapsed in there. And then obviously the second floor is probably collapsed down into the first floor. And you can see up into the rafters how much of that roof is gone. But surprisingly, the structure of the roof itself is still there. So you can make out that it was a roof and what style gable roof it was and things like that. So that's pretty cool. And you can see here hanging over the door, the old lamp post. That's pretty neat. It's kind of turned the wrong way, but yes, we'll leave the light on for you. So that's a neat little bonus there. We'll when we're on the excursion later, we'll get footage of riding past it and add that in so you can see that, how it looks from the train. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this video of the CNJ number 3 turntable and this nice little bonus of the engine terminal. We're going to start making our way back into town because the train departs for us for 3 o'clock, so they start loading at 2:30, so we got to go get some good seats so we can get you some good shots. So we'll see you in that video, and until then, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and click the like button if you enjoyed it. Thank you. Alright gang, welcome back. Scratch my head.
Damn fleas.
Yeah.
Let's pick up where we left off.
Yeah. Car! Game on!